Hello Rangers, I am back. Yes, I am back. We are back with a brand new video today, and we are bringing back a classic build from the early meta of Fallout 76. A meta that has declined over time. You don't see that many people running it anymore, but there is still people running it out there, and the build I'm talking about is the Bloodied build, the Bloodied, Unyielding Commando build. It was a classic back in the heyday. Everyone and their uncle was running a Bloodied build. It is a high damage, high risk reward build, and I have an updated version that I've been working on recently for 2026 because basically Overeaters is taking over currently. Full health builds are back in full swing, but for the people out there who still want to run Blooded or feel like dipping the toes back into Blooded Commando, I wanted to put a video together today for you. So let's get straight to it. But first and foremost, thank you so much. We hit 500 subscribers over the week. I can't believe it. The channel grew by 200 plus subscribers in the space of a month and a half. I can't believe that. It's crazy. And it's just from basically doing Fallout build videos. And I know my Fallout build videos are always perfect, but bloody hell, thank you so much. You've helped me grow, and it's all I wanted to do. I've been doing this for 4 years now, and this has really helped, so thank you. And let's get straight to this build. So I've called it ironically Blooded Commando 2026, and let's get straight into the specials today. First and foremost, we're going to start off with Strength and 8, a Perception at the 15, an Endurance at the 10, a Charisma at the 3, an Intelligence at the 1, an Agility at the 10, and a Luck at the 9. That is your specials for this build, this Blooded Commando build. Please pause the video at this section if you feel like you need to jot it down real quick. And that is your specials for this build. Please pause at this moment. Next, we will move on to the perk cards for this build. And as you know, I love talking about the perk cards, so let's get straight to it. So let's start off with our legendary perk cards. I keep it the same as my full health commando, so as you will see, we'll start from the top with the legendary intelligence at a rank 4 plus 5 intelligence, a legendary strength at a plus 5 strength, a legendary luck at a plus 5 luck, a legendary endurance at a rank 4 plus 5 endurance, a legendary agility at a rank 4 plus 5 agility, and as always, taking one for the team. At a rank 4, enemies take 5% more damage when they attack you if you're on a team. So that is the legendary perk cards. I'll scroll across slowly for you now so you can pause as much as you want. That is the legendary perk cards for this build. I hope you're pausing at this moment in time. I know people have been saying I don't need to leave a moment for you to jot them down. You can pause. I forget that there's a space bar on a keyboard sometimes. But yeah, let's move on to the main perk cards of this build. And the main perk cards. Let's start off with Strength, which is finished on a 13 standard. As you all know, I would always have strong backing on my perk cards for the extra carry weight. So gain more weight based on your strength, and that will cost you 2. We've got the easy target, plus 75 range damage to cripple targets. So when you're crippling the targets, we grab more damage. I love implementing cripple into all my builds. People don't understand that cripple damage is so good. It's so good and it's so effective. So yeah, let's push that cripple damage out there. Cripple builds all the way. Barbarian. It costs you 1, gain damage resistance based on your strength, so mine's at 30, so it's fairly high, doubled when not wearing armour, as I always say. I don't know why you're not wearing armour, but anything's your flavour. A scatter shot, 20% of the damage dealt to limbs is applied to all limbs on your target. So you damage a limb, you've got to spread that damage around on all limbs, and the more limb damage, the more damage you're doing, and quicker you get out of situations. Bandolier, because we carry a lot of ammunition for this build. I like to run any gun running the 45s. So yeah, Bandolier, ballistic weapon weighs 9% less. I know a lot of people say the ammo doesn't weigh that much, but you see how much ammo I carry. I like to carry a lot of ammo. A blocker, take 5% less damage from your opponent's melee attacks. Again, I've changed this up a little bit. I'm going to make it into a tanky bloody build, so you are going to be at really low health, but I want to have maximum damage resistance, so I'll put blocker on there at rank 3, take 45% less damage from your opponent's melee attacks. Did you know what those sneaky bastards are like? Sometimes they sneak up and attack you from behind, so yeah, you want that, they want to reduce that melee damage. We've got a Perception next at a rank 15, finishing at a rank 15. The first card will cost you 3 points, that is Number Cruncher. Number Cruncher is a stable perk card in all builds at this point. Your weapons have 2% increased damage per AP cost, so more damage, as I always say. Quickly get out of bad situations. We have a Down Ranger, you do plus 20% range damage to fire enemies. We'll be using the Fixer and the Elder's Mark on this, but I do recommend the Fixer on this build, so the Fixer's a beautiful range damage, so there we go. It marries up well with the Down Ranger at plus 20% range damage to fire enemies. We've got the Tormentor, you deal 20% more damage per crippled limbs your target has. So you see those 2 crippled cards we have on strength? They're going to start marrying up now with the Perception cards. So here we go, more damage, quickly get out of bad situations. Next we have Tank Killer, your ranged weapons ignore 40% of armor, so we are using a ranged weapon. So we can push through that armor as best we can with now we'll be ignoring 40% of the enemy armor on the much more tougher enemies in the game. Next we have the Concentrated Fire at rank 3, Focus Fire to gain 3% accuracy and damage per shot. That extra damage and that extra accuracy is always necessary. And we're finishing off on Awareness at a rank 2, gain more facts accuracy based on your perception, so it's at a rank 3, it's extremely high, and we're using Unyielding, so our perception points are really high at this point, as you'll see what Unyielding does when I show you when I get to the armor section. So there we go, accuracy will be through the roof, especially if we're using the Fixer as well. Next we are moving on to Endurance. As always, my Endurance deck is always rammed full. There is a couple of changes on the Endurance deck from the Bloodied build, and here we go. So first and foremost, we have the Life Giver, gain more max HP per point in Endurance. More HP? Well, I bet we are, especially being a low health build. Ironclad, at rank 3, armor provides 25% more protection, doubled if wearing a matching set. So we do have extra protection, especially with being a Blooded build. The more protection we have, the less we feel like we're going to die. Because trust me, it's quite jarring to see how low your health bar is at the start, but trust me, you get used to it really quick. We got Iron Stomach, increased damage and energy resistance based on endurance while not diseased. Always keep these disease resistance perk cards on my builds because the benefits outweigh the negatives of not having it on. We have Natural Resistant, increased elemental resistance based on endurance while not diseased. So like I said, it's rank 15 and we're unyielding. We're not getting diseased at any point anytime soon. You'll see the stat numbers. We're going to have the special numbers soon. First Quencher, increased max AP based on endurance while not diseased. So we need our AP on this build. We like AP. The more time we can spend in fats, the better damage we can do and the more damage we can do. So yeah, not diseased, more AP. Vaccinated, increased disease resistance based on endurance. So we're maxed. We're pretty much vaccinated to the roof. We have Fireproof, take 45% less damage from explosives and flame attacks. Like I said, we are a low health build, so we definitely need that damage resistance on a Blooded build. So there we go with Fireproof. We've got Radical. The greater your rads, the greater your strength. So the greater your strength, what do I like? The higher your strength, the more carry weight we have. The higher the strength, the more damage resistance you have. So Radical, we have super high rads, so this is going to push through and it's going to be at max plus 5 strength. Starch Genes, a staple of all my builds and all your builds. You will never mutate from rads, and Radaway will never cure mutations. And next, it's going to be at a rank 1 this time, because we're not fully overeaters now. You gain increased benefits from being well fed and hydrated. If you remember, rank 2 of this perk card doubles that if you have less than 10% rads, and obviously we're a Blooded build, so we have plenty of rads, we're full of rads, we're crackling around, so there we go. We definitely only want 1, and we can still get the well fed and hydrated benefits, meaning damage resistance and disease resistance. Next we have Charisma at rank 3. we have, let's just share my strange in numbers actually. There we go. We have strange in numbers. Positive mutation effects are 25% stronger if teammates are mutated too. So everyone's mutated in this game. As soon as you're in a team, those mutation effects go up by 25% and you'll feel those benefits straight away. Next we have Tenderizer. Each attack makes your target take increased damage. So the more you attack, the more damage you are dealing to the enemy, and the quicker, as I always say, the quicker you get out of the situation. Next, we have intelligence at a rank 6. Stimpaks restore more HP based on your intelligence. I don't really think we need first aid on this, because we are a low health build, so Stimpak is going to fill us up anyway. So I'm going to put on, let's say, oh, I already have Scrapper on. What should we put on instead? I know what we put on. We should carry plenty of food. Let's just change that out a minute. We'll put good with salt. Rank 1. 45% slower. Food in your inventory will spoil slower. There we go. Sorry about coming out there. So we have, first and foremost, let's change that up there, because I do believe Stimpaks you will need Stimpaks, but you won't need to fill a full health bar anymore. So first and foremost, we have the Field Surgeon. Stimpaks and Radawheel heals 60% faster, so the quicker you can pop that Stimpak, the quicker you're back in the action, and the less likely you're going to panic about having a low health bar. Nerd Rage, while your health is low, gain increased damage and AP regen. Because we are Bloodied build, the Nerd Rage card has its day again. It's back in rotation. This card has no place on planet Earth other than Bloodied builds. I apologise, Nerd Rage. I used to love you so much. I ran Nerd Rage for years. But yes, you are back in 2026 in the Bloodied build. So while your health is low, gain more increased damage and AP regen. So the quicker your AP goes up, the more damage you can deal. The more damage you're dealing, the quicker you get out of bad situations. Next, we have Scrapper, the throwaway card. Obtain more components when you scrap weapons and armour. Nice little card. More junk, more currency. Good with salt. Food in your inventory will spoil 45% slower. I carry a lot of food where it increases critical damage and increases AP regen. So yeah, let's keep that on. Let's put good with salt back on there. Next, we have our big damage dealer, everyone's favourite special. We have Agility. We are going for a Modern Renegade to start off with. Small guns gain 35% hip fire accuracy and plus 75% limb damage. Remember, we are triple build. We will be aiming for those limbs to damage those limbs. So we'll be doing plenty of damage with Modern Renegade on there at rank 3. Next, we have the Gunslinger on. Your range weapons do plus 12% weak spot damage. So there we go. Extra damage. Well, you see the numbers when we get there. We love those big tall numbers when we're dealing damage. Next, we have Gorilla. You do plus 20% range damage to close enemies. So the closer the enemy is, if you're doing close quarters with your Fixer or machine gun, boom, 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 extra damage on top. Next, we have Evasive. We want to avoid as much damage as possible, so Evasive, great card, chance to evade attacks based on agility, no power armor. So we'll be evading plenty of attacks with this card on. You see it popping at the side of the screen when you are in difficult situations. Next, we have Born Survivor. Falling below 40% health will automatically use a Stimpak once every 20 seconds. So basically, it's just popping Stimpaks for you. Pop, 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 pop. I may change this over time. I'm a quick think about this one. I don't know, because I'm already below 40%. Okay, let's change it. Let's do Adrenaline, and we'll do Packing Light for the AP. So there we go. Let's change that up there on the agility. So we'll do plus 10% damage per kill. While a kill streak, you'll be able to plenty of kill streaks on this build. So yeah, let's put Adrenaline on there instead of Born Survivor, because we're already below 40% health. We don't really rinsing through those Stimpaks and it won't trigger. So gain plus 10% damage per kill while the kill streak, max 10, so that'll go up to plus 50 damage. I imagine the damage numbers we'll be generating on this build now. Just imagine. That's what I'm telling you to do. Imagine the numbers. And then we have Packing Light. Your action points regenerate faster while not over encumbered. You'll see our carry weight on this build because we're blooded and unyielding. The carry weight is insane. It's the highest I've got it to. I'm telling you, we're getting into the 6 hundreds on this build. Carry weight. It's crazy. You will see. You will see, it's crazy. Next we have Luck. We have the Grim Reaper's Sprint, one of my favourite cards. Any kills in fact restores action points based on your luck. So killing restores your action points. The more action points you have, the longer you stay in your fats. Better criticals. Fat criticals now do plus 100% damage. So your criticals, crazy. You do a critical, you're doing big numbers and big damage. And what happens when you do big damage? You get out of the situation quicker. You're happier. You're living. Next we have Serpendicity, a card back in the rotation, and it only belongs in low health builds. While below 30% health, gain a chance to evade based on luck. Luck is extremely high at 14, and if you're not in power armor, you'll be evading plenty of attacks. So all those bullets coming at all angles, pew pew pew, evade, evade, evade. Ricochet, gain a chance to deflect range attacks based on luck. I like Ricochet. Deflect those attacks back, especially the shooting too much. Send those bullets back to your enemy. And that is Ricochet. We have Class 3. The negative effects of your mutations are reduced by 75%. Mutations come with a lot of negative effects, so you definitely going to need this card on you. So we're going to need to reduce those negatives on those mutations. Critical savvy. Critical hits now only consume 55% of your critical meter, which is fantastic. So the higher we've got more criticals to dish out, and criticals deliver the most damage overall. Lastly but not least, our favourite card, everyone's favourite card, Mr. Junk Shield. Gain resistance based on your luck and amount of junk held. With Junk Shield, I'll explain Junk Shield to you as I always do, just in case you're new to the channel. Junk Shield provides extra resistance based on luck and junk held. You only need to be carrying 100 pieces of any junk. So go into your junk box, pull out 100 pieces of one item, lock it in your inventory, and Junk Shield is now active permanently. So there you go, that's your perk cards for this build. Obviously we changed agility around a little bit. We changed agility and intelligence just for ease of use and extra damage as well. So I changed on the fly, you see? Always changing on the fly, changing those things up. So you pause at this moment, you want to jot down these perk cards, and we'll move on to weapons, armor, and our favourite moment where we always make mistakes and it's sometimes hilarious, testing phase. So that is Bloodied 2026. Let's go into stats. I want to fill my health up because I want to show you numbers. So let's go in. We are our max carry weight currently before we are in our team at 581. Crazy numbers there. And our average damage is 338. 338. Imagine that's your average damage right now. So let's go into stats. We're doing a 687 damage resistance, 36%, 36 poison resistance, 36 fire resistance, 914 energy resistance. We're nearly in the thousands there, people. We are nearly in the thousands. 36 Kyro resistance, 396 radiation resistance, and that is your stats for there. We're going to go into effects next. We are wearing the Civil Engineer armor, so we get a 10% chance of 150% fire damage to melee attackers, and weapons break 35% slower. I just like Civil Engineer. I don't like having to repair weapons that much, but the Secret Service is also a perfect armor for this build, and probably Civil Service is a lot better because it does more damage resistance. So let's move on to the mutations. I'll be quick with the mutations, but I'll also give you a chance to pause on the mutations as well. So let's start from the top of mutations. Adrenaline Rush, minus 12% HP, plus 5% damage per kill while in a kill streak. And you'll be seeing it'll be marrying up with our other kill streak card, Adrenaline. Bird Bones, minus 9% fall damage, minus 1 strength, minus 45% fall speed, plus 4 agility. Eagle Eyes, plus 4 perception, minus 1 strength, plus 50% critical damage. Critical damage is important on this build, and we're going to be doing plenty of it. Egghead at a minus 0.75 strength, minus 0.75 endurance, which isn't really an issue, and plus 6 intelligence. Electrically charged, 40% chance to deal 25% energy damage to melee attackers. Grounded, plus 100% energy resistance. Beautiful. We're a tank and a low health build. It's crazy. minus 30% energy gun damage, healing factor, plus 3% health regen, minus 14% chem effects. We are herbivore. I love being a herbivore. I love the benefits of using veggie food. I like veggie food in this game. I am a full-blown vegetarian in this food. So 2 times the benefits from veggies, no benefits from meat. We've got herd mentality, everyone knows what that is. Marsupial at a -1 intelligence, but plus 320% jump height, plus 20% carry weight. We love our carry weight on these builds. Steely Skin, plus 50% energy resistance, minus 12 AP, plus 50% damage resistance. Speed Demon at a plus 30% reload speed, plus 13% hunger and thirst while moving. We're not going to worry about that. We're not overeaters anymore. And we got a plus 20% move speed. So they are the mutations for this build. You can pick and choose which ones you'd like to keep or change. You could change any of them if you wanted to. So I'm just going to quickly scroll through them for you and pause as you go along so you can go through them. I'll go through them once for you. I don't want to rush it. I never like to rush my build videos. But there we go. And that is your mutations on this build. Let's go into the perk effects so you can see what sort of effects the perks we are currently carrying do. And we'll scroll through those mutations while we're at it as well. So let's start off with perk card effects straight from the top. At awareness at a plus 35% facts accuracy. Barbarian plus 102 damage resistance, Dodgy at a plus 5% evade chance, Downranger plus 20% damage versus ranged targets, Easy target plus 75 damage versus crippled targets, Evasive at a plus 9% evade chance, Good with Salt minus 45% food spoil rate, Gorilla at a plus 20% damage versus close range, Iron Stomach at a plus 63% energy resistance, and damage resistance at a plus 63 as well. Ironclad at a plus 50% armor bonus. Junk shield, there you go, junk shield's activated, which is carrying 100 pieces of junk. Plus 133% damage resistance and energy resistance. Life Giver at a plus 123 health. Modern Renegade plus 75% limb damage, Natural Resistance at a plus 36 fire resistance, plus 36 poison, and Cairo resistance as well. Nerd Rage is activated on this build, so we got a plus 62 damage, plus 23% AP regen, Packing Light at a plus 25% AP regen, Ricochet at a plus 19% deflect chance, Serpendicity at a plus 24 evade chance, Stromback at a 68 carry weight, First Quencher at a plus 80% max AP, Tormentor at a plus 20% damage per crippled target your target has, and Vaccinated at a plus 42 damage resistance. And they are your perk card effects. As you can see, plenty of damage resistance, plenty of evasion, plenty of damage, and the AP is crazy. As you can see, our AP currently stands at 452. Do you know how much AP that is? That is crazy. And look, we are fully hydrated as well. So plus 45% AP regen. Our AP regen will be crazy, and you will see that. We got a plus 2 endurance and a plus 40 disease endurance as well. Crazy. And we'll look at the specials. Look at the buff. The specials are buffed up because we are a blooded build. So we've got the strength at a plus 34, perception at a plus 35, endurance at plus 15. Plus 20% on the charisma, plus 39 on the intelligence. That's going to go up very soon when we go in a group. Plus 33 in agility, plus 28 luck. Next, we are coming away from our stats and perk card effects. Let's go into the big bad gun. The Fixer is back on this build. The beautiful Fixer. You can use the Handmade or the Elder's Mark Blooded on this build. But yeah, look at it. Beautiful, beautiful. Look at it. Wow, 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 wow. The Fixer with a nice communist paint there, which I like to have on. Let's go through what we do. Obviously, we are a blooded build, so we're going to be doing blooded effects. The blooded effects comes with damage increased to plus 130 as health decreases. A blooded pill is necessary for that. Currently plus 121, so nearly at the 130, but if I push that health bar any closer, I start to worry. I've got Rapid as my second star mod at a plus 25% weapon speed for the pew pew pew, pow pow pow. And then we've got Fats optimized at a minus 35% action point cost, meaning my Fats are close to infinite. But not infinite, but they have massive regeneration at the same time. We have improved recoil by 35% and stability by plus 20%. Stabilizer isn't necessary. I'd heavily recommend pinpointers for this build. I am currently looking for a pinpointer, so if anyone wants to sell me a pinpointers, please see me on the PlayStation and please sell me a pinpointers. I'll buy it for 40k caps if necessary. So the modifications I have on there are the powerful automatic receiver, aligned long barrel, forceful stock, perforating magazine and glow front sight ring for the extra AP, and the suppressor on there. That is my fixer and gun on this build. You can use the handmade or the Elder's mark on this build. It's completely up to you. A hunting rifle as well. You could use the hunting rifle. That'd be crazy critical damage on a hunting rifle. But yeah, the damage currently is at a 343. But you'll see once we get out there and start doing real numbers, you'll see the amount. Once you get a kill streak on this build as well, you'll see the amount of damage we'll be pushing out there as well. It's crazy. It's crazy numbers. So let's go into armor next. For armor, we're using a civil engineer. I like using civil engineer because, to be honest, I like the bonuses that civil engineer come across. You can get higher damage resistance to Secret Service, or say either between civil engineer or Secret Service, but I'd recommend Secret Service if you want that extra safety in damage resistance. All my civil engineer have the same perk modifications, but except for my 4 stars, but the 4 stars are completely up to you. For 4 star, I would recommend using Rangers, which increase damage to each limb. But we'll start from the top. We are an unyielding on all pieces of the armor. Unyielding offers gain up to plus 3 points to all specials except endurance while health is low. Currently plus 3. Your specials are sky high. Your perception's sky high. Unyielding's fantastic. Unyielding was the original meta. So with Unyielding as well, you'll be earning more intelligence. So with my 2nd star mod, I have intelligence in all my pieces as well. And on the 3rd star mod, I have true hikers, food, drinks, and chem weights reduced by 20%. So I'm reducing all weight. I can carry as much as I want, and I'm causing hectic. I'm gaining mass amounts of XP, loads of XP, and I can carry as much as I want, so much carry weight, and the specials are sky high. And like I said, the bonus of being a civil engineer is 10% chance of 100%, 50% fire damage to melee attackers, and weapons break 35% slower. So I'm repairing my weapons less, and I'm spending less of my junk to repair it. The modifications I have on all my civil engineer armor is butt rest for the extra damage resistance, and deep pocketed for extra carry weight, which we love on this channel. Extra carry weight is great. So they are my modifications on all of my pieces of armor. My 4 star modifications are plus 10 damage, poison damage per second on nearby targets on my 4 star, but I don't recommend my 4 star mods. I'd recommend whatever 4 star mods you're comfortable with. But as you can see, for an unyielding blooded build, I would heavily recommend the mods I'm currently running on here. Please feel free to pause at any moment on my modifications, mods on my armor. But yes, unyielding, we're a blooded build. Please use unyielding. Hopefully, we can resurge the blooded build for 2026. You never know, people might start running blooded build now to see this, or making their own versions of a blooded build. You never know. It'd be really interesting to see if blooded ever comes back into the mainstream again. It really would, because full health builds are in full swing right now. But yeah, that's armor. Guys, that's it. Are we ready? Are we ready to go test it? I think we are. We are ready to go test it. Let's get out there and test the blooded build of 2026. Let's get out there. Let's go and, should we try solo first? Yeah, let's try solo first. Let's see what it's like solo first for our solo friends out there. And today we're going to do a grunt hunt, because the grunt hunts provide the highest level enemies. So yeah, let's go and do a grunt hunt. I hope you're all okay. I hope it's a surprise to see me doing a blooded build, because most of my builds are full health builds. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see the reaction to a blooded build on this video. I really want to know your opinions on blooded builds, so while you're watching this later on after it's uploaded, please, please, please let me know what you think of blooded builds. Do you think blooded builds will ever come back into the mainstream? Do you think Bethesda will ever, you know, look after Bloodied builds again and make him more relevant again. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe. Maybe not. But let's get to this grunt hunt and let's go and see the damage we're dealing. Let's get out there. Again, I'd like to thank everyone. I can't believe we hit 500 subscribers. Crazy. Crazy. Oh! We have our favourite turtle down here. Hello, sir. Oh, look out. Oh, wow. Let's do that canned coffee. Ooh! So, a Deathclaw is not our fan on this build. Deathclaws are notorious on this build. But also, I made a drastic mistake there. That Deathclaw really did not like me in that moment. Let's get ourselves some radiation. Let's get back down on those numbers. Oh, I'm devastated. Let's do some ballistic damage on there. I need... Yeah, that'll be fine. So as you can see, the numbers are really great. Let's take that weak spot on the Deathclaw. Oh, we did go down. Oh my god. Silly. So as you can see, I do recommend keeping your distance on the Deathclaws still on this build. But wow. Did you see those numbers? Did you see those numbers? Those numbers are crazy. We're doing great numbers. Let's get our health back now. Okay, we've got that nerd rage. Let's get our junk back up. Our junk shield back up. Crazy. Shameful. I'm so sad. I'm so sad that Deathclaw ruined that for us. There we go. 700 in the head. Look at that. Volatile Outlaw down. Those pesky power armor guys in grunt hunts. Does anyone else feel like the power armor guys are just ridiculously strong? Straight out. Out for the count. You see that? That's our grunt hunt. That is our grunt hunt. Do you see those numbers? Let's see. Let's get ourselves in the kill streak. Let's go and see our boys at West Tech. Oh, I'm so devastated. That bloody Deathclaw. Deathclaws in the Burning Springs are they're absolutely savage. Interesting. Let's go and see our boys down at West Tech. So yeah, this is the Bloodied build for 2026. As you can see, we've got big numbers out here. 542 to the brain. Let's get ourselves in the kill streak. Huge numbers. Look at that AP. 7 kill streak. 9 kill streak. We're on a 10. It's maxed out. We're crippling those enemies. Very nice. We're rushing through. Bloodied build, eh? Victor. Victor on a Bloodied build. Crazy. I think the Elder's map would do really well on this as well. I think the Elder's map would really pace through. Really pace through. So let's get ourselves back in. Let's do some more tests. Let's see our boys at West Tech. Down she goes. Sit down. Same for that head. 680 on the head there. Do you see that? 680 on the head. We've got a maximum kill streak, so we're doing huge numbers here. Oh, one of our friends is still talking. Excuse me, sir. Thank you. And he goes. So yeah, let me know. What would you change on this Bloodied build? I'll definitely change that Deathclaw attacking me. I would definitely change that. But as you can see, you've got 680 to the head and a headshot and a critical. 680. Let's aim for a critical shot. Wow. Wow. As you can see, we're earning so much XP as well. Because obviously, if we go into our specials, it's right up there at 39. 590. Wow. Huge numbers here. We're firing that damage. If fades popping, they can keep shooting all they want. Look, shoot. Pop. Down. Who else is down here? Want a word with you? Down you go. That melee damage there. Negated loads of melee damage there. 494. 495 into the brain. Loads of numbers. Look, let's bring back the Bloodied build. I think the Bloodied build's still here. And now, let's go and jump into a team somewhere. Let's come out and jump into a team and see what this build looks like with the team with the extra effects of the legendary perk card with the extra damage on top. So we'll let them attack us first, and then we'll jump into the attack and we'll clear West Tech again. So it's perfect for a solo build, and it's perfect for a team build, as you're about to see. And I'll be real quick about it, but we are in a testing phase. So as we're going through this last bit of the testing phase, thank you so much. Welcome to the Blooded build of 2026. And I'll leave this on a high note, and let's go and clear West Tech one more time. Thank you very much, and enjoy the show of the Blooded build 2026. Let's go. So as you can see there, that was the showcase for that. As you can see, you're wiping through, easy peasy, nice life. As you can see as well, the AP bar as well does not go down. It's ridiculous. The AP there, bar is there. It's so nice, so much more AP. Thank you very much for watching the video. Let's bring back the Bloodied build in 2026, and I hope you like this build. And I'll see you at the next one, Rangers.